Hey y'all, it's me. I'm back again, Mama's Vocalocity. I just got into work probably about an hour ago and just had my first voice lesson of the day. Um, anyway, so I wanted to do a video and I'm going to do a product review. Okay, so if you saw on Facebook this past weekend, me and my husband kind of lost our daughter at the mall. She's found, but we were there, just me, my husband, and my two kids, and um, I had stopped to have this guy do a demonstration on my Coach purse. He was going to clean it with the solution that you use on your shoes. And so McKenna was behind us, and my husband had his eye on her. Well, apparently she passed where we were standing, and he let her go past, and he was keeping an eye on her. But at some point, like, I don't know what happened. Like, he blinked. I don't know what happened, but he lost track of where she was going in that direction past us. Anywho, so it probably only lasted like maybe 7 or 8 minutes, but it seemed like forever. And you know, my daughter McKenna, she has gotten away from me, maybe like 30 seconds, but that was really long. And we were at the Ontario Mills Mall, which is huge. It's this huge outlet mall, and it has like all these neighborhoods, and there were all these people there. Like, it was so overwhelming. So I basically turned around after the guy was going to do the demonstration on my purse, which he didn't. And I'm like, why is my husband going in that direction? And where's McKenna? Because Obina was standing next to me, my son. Anywho, so I see him go in that direction, and I just immediately, like, in my spirit, I was like, where's McKenna? I think McKenna is lost. And so I asked this person that was sitting, there was three people sitting on this bench right next to us. And so I asked them if they'd seen a little girl in this flower dress, and he said no. So we start going in the opposite direction where we had come from, because we had stopped at the pretzel place, and there were all these kiddie rides, and they were riding that. And so we went in that direction, me and my son, while my husband went in the other direction. And so I'm going back to the places that we visited to see if maybe she went back there. So I look, I don't see her. Well, right there across from the pretzel place is the Ontario Police. It's just like a little room. And so I go in there and I say, hey, it's only been a couple minutes, but my daughter is missing. And so she gets on the radio and she's calling all the security guards and the police officers that are in the mall. And so she calls to one of the customer service desks that was in the direction that my daughter, well, I found out later that was the direction that she went. And so he calls to see if anybody had returned a little girl, and sure enough, no one had. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for about 2 minutes, and they want me to stay there so that the police officer from the other customer service desk can come and meet me and ask me questions. But I'm getting anxious. I'm like, how can I just stay here and not go look for my child? Like, I need to be out there trying to find her. So they say, you can go ahead and go, but just meet him at that customer service desk. So I'm like, peace. So I jet out of there with my son, and I'm just looking everywhere. At that point, I call my mom on the phone, and I'm like, Mom, we're at the mall. McKenna is lost. Could you please pray? And my mom was so cool and so calm and collected. She was just like, okay. And so I hung up with her. So I finally meet up with my husband. He keeps asking me, did you see her? Have you found her? Is she with you? And I'm like, no, she's not with me. And so he ends up going into this one store. And so I keep walking in the direction that I find out later is the direction that she went. And I'm headed towards this customer service desk. And it's in neighborhood 8. That's how big this place is. It has neighborhoods, okay? So I'm walking in that direction. I call my girlfriend, Rachel, and I'm like, by this time I'm crying. I'm in tears. It's been longer than like 3 or 4 minutes now. And so I'm like, can you please pray? We're at the Ontario Mills Mall and we can't find McKenna. So she puts me on speaker. Her mom starts praying, and then her dad starts praying. And once he started praying, I looked up, and by this time I'm at the customer service desk. And let me tell you, that walk from where I met my husband to the customer service desk, it seemed like forever. I was like biting my nails and chewing on my fingers, and I'm looking left to right. I mean, there's all these stores, all these people. I'm like, how are we ever going to find her? And so my girlfriend's mom starts praying. Then I hear her dad, and I'm just like the entire time. And so I look up, and this woman is handing my daughter to the police officer, and I'm just like so relieved. And I just got down on my knees and hugged her and just like fell onto her neck, and I'm just crying and crying, and I'm looking at her like, McKenna, you cannot go away from mommy and daddy. You have to stay with us. And so I could tell that she was a little afraid, like maybe she had kind of realized that she was lost, maybe not. She's 2, so she's probably just looking at stuff, you know. But then she's looking at me like, why is my mom crying? Why is she so upset, you know? So anyways, we find her. Thanks be to God. My mom told me later that when I called her, she did not stop praying until I called her back. So she prayed that entire time. And she specifically prayed that a righteous person would find her. And so as I'm hugging my daughter and holding on to her, I hear this woman to the right of me say, she was just walking down the walkway and I found her, and da da da. And I'm just like, so into this moment with my daughter that I didn't pay that much attention to her, but I did say thank you so very much, and then I said thank you to the officer. So, needless to say, we get in the car, and I'm a bit of a zombie because I can't believe that this happened, and it's hard not to think about what would happen. And as soon as I thought that she was lost, I just started to pray, like, Lord, just protect her. I don't want her to be hurt. You know, in our country, kids get stolen all the time, and it's like a matter of seconds and they're gone, you know, like they're on their way to Mexico or taking them to a field, or just horrible things that happen to little kids all the time. And so, needless to say, we get in the car, and one of the first things my husband says is, maybe we should think about getting one of those kid leashes. Now, I hate those things. I know that they do good, and having had this experience, I can understand why people get them. But seeing a kid on a leash, like, it just looks horrible to me. But we're going to try it. So I put it on Facebook, and a lot of friends and family just like commented, and they were just praising God that we were able to find her, and that I was able to contact my prayer warriors, and they were praying for her. But a lot of them said, you know, to get those kid leashes. And that was what I put on the Facebook message. Like, I think we need to get a kid leash. My little girl is really active. I really don't like those things, but if you know of a really cute one, let me know. So a lot of moms said, you know, I would rather have that and pay the $10 to have peace of mind than to not have it. So anyways, that night I got on Amazon and I found a really cute backpack that has a leash on it. It hasn't arrived yet, but another one of the comments on Facebook talked about a toddler GPS. Okay, excuse me, my nose is running today. Anyways, so came in the mail yesterday. It's called Child Locator, and it's this little cute little teddy bear, and he has like a little light indicator on his chest, and then there's this little keychain that goes with it. So we haven't tried it yet, but from what I see on the box, this little guy is what attaches to them. And what I see on the box, I don't know if you can see. Oh, where's that picture? Oh, right here on the bottom, it shows like 2 little kids, their shoes, and then the little teddy bear is on top of it. And so we're going to try this little GPS indicator out. And it's not even that we go to the mall that often, but McKenna's really tall for her age. She's taller than most 3-year-olds. And so keeping her in the stroller all the time, like, it's kind of difficult. And even the strollers that we have, like, her legs are hanging way over. She can almost touch the ground. And so having her walk around at the mall is actually a little bit more fun for her. And so we want to be able to do that. Obviously, we're going to be like way better when we go out just because this happened. Like, we're never going to let that happen again. But just in case, we got one of these. So here's the little bear. And then it's this cool little keychain. And that's probably what, you know, me or my husband will hold on to. Oh, look at that. It's like a little antenna. How cute is that? So I'm not exactly sure how it works. I don't know how we'll be able to find her with this thing. But anyways, I'm going to try it out. It also comes with this little Velcro thing, and I don't really know what to do with that yet. Maybe that's... Oh, this probably goes on the bear. It probably goes through here, and then you attach it to them. So anyways, we're going to try it out. Hopefully sometime this weekend, and I will get back to you and let you know how it worked out, if it's any good. And then when I get the backpack, I'll probably talk about that too. So anyways, have a great day. Bye.